guys, it's Mrs. Shannon, and what I'm going to do is show you how to use Benedict solution to test for the presence of a monosaccharide such as glucose. Benedict is a light turquoise blue color. Okay, probably have a little bit in a container like this. It's easy to get it mixed up with burette. Burette is going to be more purple in color, but we're going to use Benedict for testing for monosaccharides, a type of carbohydrate. So the protocol that you're going to use will actually ask you to put 5 milliliters of solution into a test tube. For today, what I'm going to do is just use water as my solution. Water should not have any carbohydrates in it, so it is known as our negative control. For 5 milliliters, the pipettes have measurements on them. So here's 2, and if it's okay if it's not completely 5, if it's approximately 5, that will be fine. Okay, notice too that I'm wearing gloves and I'm wearing goggles for this, and the reason I'm wearing goggles, even though I have glasses, is we are going to put this in a hot water bath. It's going to heat up, and if it squirts out, which it sometimes does if it gets too hot, liquids could go flying. So be careful with this. Okay, so here's our test tube with 5 milliliters of solution, and then we add 3 milliliters of Benedict to that same test tube. So I've got 1.5 in this one and 1.5 in this one. Okay, so solution and Benedict together. Then what I'm going to do is just put it in a hot water bath. Notice it's not rapidly bubbling, but it is quite warm. Make sure that you have it pointed away from you, just in case it does start to boil up and out. It's not facing towards you. Never put a test tube with liquid pointing towards you. So you're going to time this maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. I think on the description it says 5 minutes, actually 5 minutes. And then you can check for a color change. So we'll pretend that the 5 minutes has gone. We look, we record the color of it. To remove it, this is a test tube holder. Okay. We can remove it and place it in the test tube rack. Now here's the deal. We are going to need to clean this out after you record the color if it's changed at all. But before we can clean it out, we need to let it cool. If you try to take a hot test tube made of glass, put it in cold water, it may crack. So give it about 5 minutes to cool. Once it's cool, then you can take it, dump it down the drain, and then use your test tube brush to clean it out with soap and water. Okay? That is how you test for the presence of monosaccharides.